Hello and welcome to Chabot News for May 11th, 2022. My name is Jared, and in today's news we'll be covering the U.S. aiding Ukraine and an update to the suicide prevention hotline. Diana will cover entertainment stories about Doctor Strange and Taylor Swift. Joe has sports news from both the MLB and NBA. And for any Pokemon fans, be sure to tune into Stanley's Top 5. All that and more coming up on Chabot News. The U.S. is sending more help to Ukraine in the form of additional artillery munitions, radars, and other equipment. On Friday, President Biden announced his administration is sending $150 million worth of equipment and spare parts to the war-ravaged nation. The U.S. has made it clear it plans on providing long-term support to Ukraine. It has already given the nation billions of dollars in military and humanitarian assistance. Biden will virtually speak with other G7 leaders on Sunday. From 10 numbers down to 3, the National Suicide Prevention Hotline number is about to be easier to remember. This summer, all states are preparing to roll out 988 as the new hotline number. It's similar to how people can call 911. This lifeline has been in operation since 2005. In 2020, U.S. Federal Communications Commission's leaders voted to finalize 988 as the new number. The Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration has awarded nearly $105 million in grants to support the transition. Some states still question the funding for this transition, which includes staffing call centers and having response teams. According to the CDC, suicide rates in the U.S. increased 30% between 2000 and 2018, then declined in 2019 and 2020. Nearly 46,000 people died by suicide in 2020. This is what Chabot College students had to say about the change.
The number is easier to remember now.
We don't know what people are going through, and I've had a friend who actually did commit suicide a few years ago, so I think it's a good idea that they're spreading that out.
I feel that this is a good step, that they're improving and, they're building funds for the program. That sounds really great, and it might help a lot of people, potentially speaking.
The code 988 will be open for suicide prevention and mental health crisis calls starting July 16th. Let's go to Diana with entertainment.
Thank you, Jared. The latest movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a #1 movie this weekend. Rick DeMiguel talked with Elizabeth Olsen about Doctor Strange and thinks that even stranger is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
You okay?
Things get even stranger in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Wanda, what do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
Elizabeth Olsen continues her WandaVision story arc in the film.
It was kind of a big whirlwind, finishing WandaVision on a Wednesday and going to England on a Friday to quarantine, but then to make this film.
You break the rules. Look out! Become a hero. I do it, I become the enemy.
I do feel like it's just a great continuation. I've really loved being a part of this family. You don't get to do this that often in this job, get to be with a character for 8 years. And so it's been an incredible journey.
If this is your first appointment with Doctor Strange, you may want to prep a bit before entering the Multiverse of Madness.
This is our home.
Then let's fight for it.
Most important is the Disney Plus series WandaVision. If you slept on this one, a binge before seeing the movie wouldn't be a bad thing. And while not as critical, a spin through the alternate realities of Marvel Studios' animated What If series wouldn't hurt either.
Things just got out of hand.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
For Doctor Strange, you have to be prepared. You cannot just walk into this movie not knowing anything. You have to watch Doctor Strange, you have to watch WandaVision, and you have to watch Endgame.
Don't expect what your mind is expecting, basically. That's my advice to you about this movie. Because when I did, it threw me off my seat.
Very impressed with the fact that Doctor Strange could just throw an imaginary sword that he whips together and cuts a bus in half, and then cuts limbs off of this giant creature.
Taylor Swift dropped her latest remake at midnight Friday. The Grammy-winning singer debuted This Love, Taylor's version. It's from Swift's hit album 1989. This Love is a feature in the trailer for the Amazon Prime series This Summer I Turned Pretty. Swift took to Instagram on Thursday to thank Jenny Han, the author of the book. The show is based on the news track, has fans speculating about whether 1989 would be the next album the Swift re-records. She has been re-recording her first 5 albums, after producer Scooter Braun bought and sold her master albums. Leaving her heart in control of her own catalog, Swift had previously unveiled Red, Taylor's version, and Fearless, Taylor's version. That's all for entertainment news. Now back to you, Jared.
Thank you, Diana. Emeryville police arrested a man early Sunday morning after an armed standoff at a hotel, a spokesperson for the department said. Michael Valderes-Chirinos, 29, of Richmond, is accused of threatening several guests and employees with a shotgun at the Sonesta Hotel at 5555 Shelman Street. Police say Valderes-Chirinos paced throughout the hotel's lobby and ground floor while holding what appeared to be a modified shotgun. The suspect went in and out of officers' view who had surrounded the hotel and were attempting to communicate with him, police said. Valderes-Chirinos, who had several outstanding warrants, was booked on suspicion of multiple counts of assault with a deadly weapon on several victims, criminal threats, possession of a modified shotgun, and possession of a loaded firearm. The police have not released a motive. On May 6, Chabot College hosted the second annual Chabot Film Animation Festival in Hayward, where students had a chance to show their talents in making their own movies. Different categories were presented at the ceremony: Best Animation, Best Documentary, Best Narrative, Best Experimental, Best Ensemble Cast, Best Supportive Performer, Best Cinematography, Best Editor, and Best Director. Diana went in and interviewed some students during the festival.
On May 6, Chabot College hosted second annual Chabot Film Animation Festival in Hayward.
And the filmmaker had to be a Bay Area local.
Chabot students had a chance to show their talents for making their own movies. Different categories were presented at the ceremony.
Creation Home.
I just thank my wife. I thank New Creation Home Ministries.
So it was very exciting to talk to the winners and visitors and see how they feel about the ceremony and hear what they say.
Surprised, actually. I didn't think I would win cinematography. I thought it would be more like editing because, that's my main thing I want to do is editing.
There's a lot of good student films that were being presented, so it was just really fun to watch and support them.
A great documentary that won. It was actually the New Creation Home that actually got the award. So I'm just thankful that the hard work that I put in paid off.
It was great. It was an opportunity for so many people to show their work, and that's what we're here for.
Thanks for that closer look, Diana. Now we'll head over to Joe with sports.
Thanks, Jared. Today in sports, we have the catch of the day coming from the Battle of the Sox game, White Sox versus Red Sox. It's the top of the third, and Yasmani Grandal lines one to left, but Alex Verdugo lays out and makes a great catch to end the inning. Check out the replay as Verdugo flashes the leather to Rob Grandal. And that's the MLB catch of the day. In other sports news, Warriors fans are celebrating after the Dubs' Game 4 win over the Memphis Grizzlies. Draymond was able to seal the victory with an amazing fourth quarter block.
Jones for Jackson. Jackson, it's blocked by Green. 10 seconds left. Jackson forced a foul. Curry. Draymond Green with a defensive dagger.
As the Warriors head to Memphis for Game 5, we asked Chabot students what they think will happen.
I think the Warriors are going to pull it out, probably 10-point win. 10-point win. A statement.
Warriors all the way, man. Hopefully they take it. Like I said, we got to keep the bench healthy, man, and that's the key of it all. Keep the star players in, and we'll take it and another championship ring.
That's all for the exciting world of sports. Now back to you, Jared.
Thank you, Joe. An Arizona baker is giving away more than 100,000 cupcakes to educators to show gratitude during Teacher Appreciation Week in Phoenix. Colleen Sikora has the story.
If you could measure gratitude, quantify it, then at Sugar and Lace Bakery in Phoenix, you'd have to measure by the dozen. Or by the cupcake.
My goal is only 100,000, and I say only, but I shouldn't put the word only and then 100,000 in the same sentence, but here we are.
Vanessa Stigman is actually baking 109,000 cupcakes this week for free.
I do what I do because I love teachers.
The cupcakes going to educators in the Valley in honor of Teacher Appreciation Week.
Your part is the hard part because they have to teach. You know what I mean?
She started it in 2018 when the Red for Ed movement came to Arizona. Each year giving away thousands, recognizing Arizona is consistently ranked among the last in the nation for teacher salaries.
They're still worth more than cupcakes, but that is literally all that I can give them because that's all I have.
Giving what she has because of what teachers gave her.
When I ran away from home, 2 teachers brought me in. They took me in off the streets.
So now she gives back.
I give because I didn't have, and so I give because I can now.
Like to teachers at Melissa Speraza's school.
They pour so much into our kids, and she's doing this out of the kindness of her heart. It's awesome.
Not worrying about the cost.
It won't matter tomorrow. It won't. Financially, it won't. But it'll put an impact on those teachers.
Instead, baking up her gratitude.
Thanks, Colleen. Right now, let's tune into Stanley and his top 5.
Thanks, Jared. For this week's top 5, I'll be showing you my top 5 Pokemon games. At 5, I have Heart Gold and Soul Silver. This DS remake of the Game Boy Color version stayed true to the original. Nostalgia is the key point, and in addition, Nintendo added fan-favorite Pokemon to both versions, stapling it as one of the best remakes. Coming in at number 4, I have Pokemon Emerald. This game combines the strength of Pokemon Sapphire and Ruby into one game. This game introduced the Battle Frontier, where there was more post-game content, allowing more exploration of the Hoenn region. This set a precedent for future games. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl comes in at number 3. Based in the Sinnoh region, Diamond and Pearl introduced the Underground, where fossils can be found and a home base can be developed. While newer games have phased out some mechanics, the story and the pace of the game cements Diamond and Pearl as one of the top games. Number 2 is Pokemon X and Y, which was developed 8 years ago in 2013. The soundtrack is still one of the best in the franchise, and while controversial in how it lacked key parts from past games, it quickly makes up for it by providing a sense of discovery in the new region. Pokemon Red, the OG game from 1996, comes in at number 1. This game introduced the world to Pokemon, and what seemed a lot at the time, the original 151 Pokemon carried the game with their unique designs of everyday objects and animals. Its simplicity and straightforward plot drive this game to the top of this list. That's all from me, so back to you, Jared.
Thanks, Stanley. Friday is National Nurses Day, and with that in mind, Crocs is giving away free footwear to celebrate. As National Nurses Week gets underway, Crocs will be giving away 10,000 pairs of its iconic shoes. Crocs said it has donated nearly 1 million pairs of shoes to healthcare workers since the beginning of the pandemic. The extension of the Free Pair for Healthcare program is open to all medical professionals. Andrew went out and asked students how they felt about this.
Well, I feel like they help a lot of people. Their jobs are really important, especially like in the era that we had COVID, and when the era like we're still living right now, the nurses are really it's a really important job to do.
I have a lot of respect for nursing. Crocs are nice. I mean, it's nice. It's comfortable. So that's a nice giveaway. Nursing, I think it's important. I think it's a good profession to join into. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I support it. Anything to support nurses during this time, it's just a good idea.
Thanks, Andrew. To find out more about the giveaway, go to crocs.com website. That's all for Chabot News this week. Thanks to all the students and staff in the Mass Communications Department here at Chabot College for making this production possible. You can watch us online anytime at youtube.com/ChabotTV. Stay tuned to KCTH Channel 27 for more Chabot TV.